The chosen one was screwed for the last time because I have a signed document and it states that I get a rematch. It's gonna be one-on-one, Sid, me against you.
Big mistake! I will see you in hell, Jeff Jarrett, and hell will be an uncensored 2000!
And on one final note, Heavy D and Big Ron, they're gonna be dropping a lot of H-bombs tonight.
The Harris boys have been turned loose, and it might be time for a mushroom cloud. Here we go. H-bomb! That destroys everything within a 20-foot radius, Tony.
World champion Sid Vicious has arrived, and Sid is giving chase to Jeff Jarrett.
Dustin Rhodes decided tonight he wanted to be a player. Dumping Funk on the ambulance, beating him up. That was the right thing. It was a big play. It should send a message to Hogan.
Now, Hogan, I kick the dog crap out of you, and if you think you're done with a total package, you are sadly mistaken.
Well, you know something, brother? How about tonight? Why don't you just look above your head at the 18-foot-high steel cage, brother? It sounds like Flexi Lexi is in a whole lot of trouble out here.
Oh, what are you doing here, huh?
Jimmy Hart is defenseless. He already has a broken arm.
Well, then it's like a mercy killing. He's already hurt. Finish him off, I say.
Thank God for Hulk Hogan. He's run out. He's taking on both men. And security is taking Flair away. And here we go. Last man standing. No referee, no pinfalls, no submissions. The only way to win this thing is to make it outside of the cage. Oh my God, Flair's going in the cage. And Flair unmercifully strapping the back of Hulk Hogan. Security trying to get in. Doug Dillinger, sit down. They're gonna break the arm of Doug Dillinger.
I can't condone that. He's just a civilian.
Flair in the total package, completely in command of the situation.
Kevin, man, how you feeling since Jarrett bashed that guitar on your head?
What'd you call me?
He has a slight case of amnesia.
Kevin, you're Kevin Nash. You're the commissioner.
I'm the commissioner.
Yeah, you're the commissioner. You run this place.
I'm the commissioner. Of course I'm the commissioner. We've got some commission to do. Ladies, take me to my office.
Jeff Jarrett and the Harris brothers are on a rampage. Sid Vicious continues to rule the world as heavyweight champion. Commissioner Kevin Nash is here, but is he all here? And Team Package, the total package, and Ric Flair have left a string of victims from one end of WCW to the other. Oh no. We have to apologize right off the top of Thunder for what you're about to hear as 3 Count continues their masquerade as singers. Welcome everyone to Thunder from the Lawler Event Center on the campus of the University of Nevada at Reno. And it was Sunday night at Super Brawl when Evan Courageous was very outspoken.
Oh yeah, they're not going to sing.
Now hold it, they gotta sing.
Tonight's all business, so we're gonna kick some ass tonight.
Yeah. Oh, be careful what you wish for, young man. It just might happen to you tonight, Evan Courageous. You hear that, Bobby the Brain? Sunday at Super Brawl, they said it was time for 3 Count to start kicking a little ass around here.
They do have a style about them, you gotta give them that.
Yeah, but they're talking about after winning a 3-on-1 handicap match over Screamin' Norman Smiley. Yep, that's what we were talking about. Be careful for what you wish for, Evan Courageous. Here's where you're gonna start your attempt to kick a little bit of that ass with Fit Finlay of all people.
I'll tell you, it'll take a good man to beat Evan Courageous, but I don't think it's gonna take Finlay long.
Welcome to the slaughter, little lamb. Immediately on the attack, and this is a hardcore matchup with Courageous and Finley, and you see the other members of 3 Count trying to be a factor in this match, but they're none. Sleeper hold applied by Finley, exposing his back, and Shane Helms just hit him with a steel chair, but to no effect.
Oh, with that cast. And he went down quick.
Now Courageous from behind. Well, in essence, this is 3-on-1 with Shannon Moore also around here at ringside, but Finley doesn't seem to bother him in the least. Fireman's carry, where's he gonna drop him? No.
Oh, watch this. Oh!
My.
Finley, I've never seen him happier. He loves this kind of a confrontation, this kind of a battle. 3 men at once, he's used to this. This is his MO, he loves it.
And now Finley takes Courageous, sends him back into the ring. You can see they still have the green circles from when they were going to attempt to perform prior to the matchup. Look at Evan Courageous with the chair, but he's backing up.
Well, he's gonna need a whip to go on with that chair. I don't think he's gonna tame Finley. Oh!
Evan Courageous tried to put it in reverse, but the ring ropes kept him inside the squared circle.
They don't know what to do with Finley.
Shane Helms gonna sneak up from behind with the wooden circle.
Now
he took Finley down.
Now the 3 of them got to get on Finley. They got to start putting the boots to him and not let him up. Don't give him a free hand. That's the only way to combat Finley.
And again, keep in mind, this is legal because this is a hardcore match where anything and everything goes. Now Shane Helms gonna hand off the trash can to Courageous, and that move backfired.
He's got a mouthful of garbage can.
Shannon Moore, springboard off the top rope, hit the drop kick. And now Helms and Moore are going to use their heads.
Evan Courageous is still down. Finley has done it. He has cleaned the house.
This is the proper man. It's going to set him up for a one-way trip to Tombstone City. There's the Tombstone pile driver. I think you could count to 3 million.
Evan Courageous was 22.
So dominant in the ranks of the hardcore division. Vic Finley gets the win. And hello once again, everyone from ringside. It's your TBS primetime broadcast team. Mike Tenay, Bobby the Brain Heenan, and Brain tonight on this broadcast. The reigning WCW World's Heavyweight Champion, the man that rules the world, Sid Vicious, will go one-on-one with an individual who has been on a tear as of late, the Total Package.
And you're right about that. He broke Sting's arm. He broke Hogan's arm. He broke Doug Dillinger's arm, and everyone in between. He has a list of bodies laid all out, people with broken arms. Sid, be careful, be very careful, because along with the Total Package is the very dangerous Elizabeth. And he'll do anything.
You always have to keep your eyes on Elizabeth. In addition to that matchup, it's shaping up as a very exciting Thunder. Ric Flair, Buff Bagwell, Tank Abbott, they're all here tonight on this program. Wait a minute, I understand that there's something going on backstage. We have a camera in the commissioner's office. Let's go backstage and check out the commish.
Who am I again?
You're Kevin Nash, the commissioner.
That's right. Come back to me now.
I knew it would only be a matter of time.
So if I'm the commissioner, then you would be Chief O'Hara?
Excuse me?
We haven't got time for this. The city's in peril. The Joker has just escaped the asylum. We need to call Batman. If they can't get a hold of Batman, call Bruce Wayne, because Bruce Wayne always knows where Batman is. Always knows.
Wow, I don't know what to make of the commissioner. Doesn't seem to be himself tonight, a little off his rocker, so to speak. We are in the NWO dressing room, along with Heavy D and Big Ron, a couple of young ladies. You girls don't spend too much time on your feet, do you? Also, we're here with the chosen one, as he likes to be referred to, Jeff Jarrett. And speaking of the commissioner, it was just 1 week ago that you delivered one of your greatest guitar hits to the commissioner.
You damn right I did, Gene. But I'm not here to talk about that. I'm here to get the countdown started. Right here, right now, March 19th, Uncensored 2000. That will be the official end of the Sid Vicious era and the beginning of the chosen reign. That's the night that I'm going to strap that belt around my waist. And you know what? Sid Vicious can't do a damn thing about it. He tried to put his hands on me Monday night, and you saw what happened. He got a crotch full of a guitar neck. And you know what, Gino? I got a lot more of that coming for him.
Well, Sid Vicious has got his hands full tonight with the total package, Lex Luger. That notwithstanding, your men here, the Harris boys, have got their work cut out for them.
The total package is just going to soften up Sid for me at Uncensored. And the Harris boys, they're going to pick up where they left off Monday night. They're going to be dropping H-bomb after H-bomb because, Gene, it's my time. It's the chosen one's time. So why don't you choke on that, slap nuts?
Thank you. H-bomb's very, very interesting. Thank you, Jeff Jarrett. Things already heating up tonight on Thunder. Don't go away. We're going to be right back.
You know, each week I see you go out with this David Flair and Crowbar. I mean, are you kidding me? It's like Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde, or you got Buff Bagwell on me. What are you going to do? Buff is the stuff, or David Skinny the Geek Flair? I mean, come on. Let's be honest, okay? The main question is I want to know is how big is your waist?
I think the question more is how many inches are your arms?
I knew you were a player. I knew you were a player. So what's the deal? Are you going to go out with me or what? Me and you.
Wow.
To be clean. Oh my God.
You know, they should have cast Daphne in Scream 3. And what a womanizer that Buff Bagwell is. First it was Symphony 48 hours ago on Nitro, and now tonight here on Thunder, it's Daphne.
Well, he was telling me maybe a half hour ago, he said, you know, it's a privilege for women to go out with me. And it is. He's a national star.
And here comes the Nature Boy.
Woo!
14-time world heavyweight champion.
And that's the belt he's carrying now.
You're not kidding. That's Hulk Hogan's weightlifting belt that he used to whip Hogan on Nitro. And what an alliance with the Total Package. They refer to it as Team Package. These two longtime rivals, Ric Flair and the Total Package, Lex Luger, together and stronger than ever as a team.
Oh, you said it all there, Mike. Stronger than ever. And they're a team.
I have, in my lifetime, been to some nothing happening cities in my lifetime, but if there was ever a nothing happening place tonight, it's Reno, Nevada.
Flair's trying to make friends.
And whether you like it or you don't like it, y'all live here in old tired-ass Reno, Nevada. Right, fat boy? You. Would you like me to take your girlfriend home tonight, let her ride Space Mountain, make a big deal out of life? Would you like that, baby? Woo, it's all night long. Now, here's the question. Wow. Monday night, the Total Package, looking as only he can look, completely demolished this, the red and yellow Hulkamania running wild. It came to a dead halt. You know why? Because the most physically awesome specimen alive today, my friend, my partner, my associate, the Total Package. You shut up, fat boy. Put it to a halt. Then I walk down to the ring, and at the conclusion of the match, took this belt off of Hogan and whipped his California ass that night.
Yes, he did.
He strapped him with that belt.
That's reality. That's life. That happened. That's reality. That happened. This is Armani. You got it?
They don't know where Armani is.
I got his belt. He's got nothing. And tonight, the package is going to take 7-foot-tall, 330-pound Sid Vicious and knock him down too. Why can't I find a man to wrestle me tonight? Why?
Sounds like an open challenge.
You want to wrestle? You want to wrestle me? I'm Ric Flair. Huh? Hey!
It's Vampiro!
Reno, Nevada! Mr. Ric Flair, 14-time World Heavyweight Champion. I got a lot of respect for you, sir. But I think I'm a big man. And tonight, it looks like you're stuck with this freak here, right here in Reno, Nevada.
Whoa!
Very interesting.
You want to wrestle me? Hey, dead man, you want to wrestle me? You want to wrestle 14 times? You want to wrestle me? Say that again. Say it.
The fans want to see it.
What an opportunity for Vampiro.
Ric Flair, I don't want to wrestle you. In 15 minutes, I'm going to kick your ass.
What? What?
That has to be the highest profile match of Vampiro's career against the Nature Boy Ric Flair tonight. And that's in addition to the total package against Sid Vicious. Whoa, let's go back to Mean Gene Okerlund.
I am here with one of the great superstars from south of the border. Of course, he's got his chair in tow. I'm talking about La Parka. And La Parka, you've returned to WCW, and once again, you're back in the trenches, my friend.
Gino, the Skull Captain's live in Reno. Everybody wants to know why La Parka's been so quiet lately. Well, I ain't had much to say, but now I'm ready to throw down, so dig on this. It's La Parka time. Me and all my Parka maniacs out there are ready to take the next step, and anybody who feels froggy, come on and jump, chump. Because when the chairman's in his house, he's got not one but two steel shots for you. One for me and one for my homies. Now step off, Gino. The chairman's clocking in for work.
Not back to this crap again.
What are you doing talking to Buff Bagwell? I saw that tape.
Come on, sweetie.
It isn't funny! It isn't funny!
Buff Bagwell. Come on, sweetie.
It isn't
you know
funny. I saw it.
Oh, you know I only like blondes. Come on.
I saw it.
I only have eyes for you.
I saw it. I saw it.
Nothing. It was nothing.
Damn it! Where's Batman? I can't wait much longer. Supervillains are running amok in my city. I've got to do something.
Mr. Nash, you need to calm down. All this stress is bad for your condition.
Tell me about my condition. I know. I'll call a friend. I'll call Alfred. He'll know. Alfred, Commissioner Gordon. I need to speak to Bruce. I need to get a hold of his friend, you know. Yeah. Right. You got my number, right? Call me back. Okay. What do you mean, what am I got on? Huh? Right. Now we'll see some action.
Who the hell was that?
Boy, did Kevin Nash get a wrong number?
Did he ever get a wrong number?
I guess unless Ralphus all of a sudden is working at Wayne Manor. What a wild start to Thunder already this evening with the announcement that the Nature Boy Ric Flair will be facing Vampiro. That Bobby the Brain Heenan, in addition to the matchup with the total package against the WCW World's Heavyweight Champion Sid Vicious.
You got to give Vampiro credit. He got under Flair's skin. He told Flair he was going to kick his tail, and you see how Flair reacted? Flair doesn't like to be put down. Not on national television. Not anytime, any place. That young man's in for a long evening, I think.
As Berlin makes his way to the ring, we remind you that tickets will go on sale this Friday morning for live WCW events in Houston, Baltimore, and Pittsburgh. And we will have details later in this broadcast about who you can be there and who you can meet when you get those first day tickets.
Haltet eure Klappe! Ich bin Berlin und ich bin von Deutschland! I am Berlin and I am from Germany! And only being here in Reno, Nevada one day, I already hate it!
He doesn't like anything.
And the opponent for Berlin will be the chairman of World Championship Wrestling, La Parka. How about that David Flair earlier? He's quite upset. It's very interesting to note that scheduled for tonight's broadcast, David Flair to face Buff Bagwell, sort of an added undercurrent with Buff Bagwell and Daphne.
I noticed a little bit of jealousy out of David Flair. He wanted to know what was going on. It's going to be interesting tonight.
Yeah, speaking of interesting, check out what happened this past Monday on Nitro. That wasn't La Parka as Oklahoma unmasked to find out Medusa. You know, Medusa will do anything to get back in the ranks of WCW, and then she just slapped Oklahoma around. But obviously, she was in cahoots with the real deal, because then La Parka came out and there's the chair delivered directly to the head of Oklahoma. And how about our commissioner as this matchup gets jump-started? Seems as if Kevin Nash is a little dazed and confused, Brain.
I don't know, he doesn't know where he's at, he doesn't know who he's around, and he doesn't even know who he is. He thinks he's Commissioner Gordon.
Yes,
well, we better keep on watching. You know what I always say? Same Nash time, same Nash channel.
Still suffering from those after effects of that guitar shot as Berlin hooks the leg and gets a 2 count from referee Mickey J.
You know, if he continues with this amnesia, not knowing who he is, he might think Tony's Robin.
Schiavone?
Yes.
Out of the corner, La Parka. Attempt at that DDT block, then goes for the Russian leg sweep. Now La Parka quickly back out. Look at that, springs up to the top. Corkscrew off the top. Gets 1, gets 2, got him!
He did what he said he was going to do.
La Parka on track with a win over a top WCW opponent as La Parka knocks off Berlin here on Thunder. What an impressive victory.
Well, if Berlin didn't like Reno, he's certainly not going to like it now. Going to have a lot of bad memories here.
And still to come tonight, the WCW World's Heavyweight Champion, Sid Vicious, to go one-on-one with the total package. That's coming up later in this broadcast.
Travel again. Happens every week.
Excuse me, guys. Tori, 1 second. I got a bone to pick with you, Kid. Real simple, okay? 2 times I've seen a Kid Cam. Billy Kidman. What's going on?
Well, before you come up and get in my face, you need to get your facts right. And
What
the
is
fact
that?
is, somebody stole my camera on Monday.
You telling me the camera's stolen?
Yeah.
So you're not behind the camera, you're not shooting me on Daphne and all these other things?
No, but if you're going to be the sleuth and you find out who stole it, you let me know, because it's gone, and you better lock up your stuff, because I think there's a tiptoe bandit in the locker room.
Welcome back, everybody. I'm joined by tough man Tank Abbott, successful in his first major WCW event, Super Brawl 2000, against Big Al. In a skins match, you got the jacket.
That's right, Gino. One of my guys thought he was going to take over the alpha male spot, and I had to trim his ears and bob his tail. And obviously, I'm wearing the jacket, so that's what happened.
Okay, where do we go from here, Tank Abbott?
Well, I got my house in order, and now it's time to move on to the fools around
Hey, you
here.
ain't moving on nowhere,
Whoa.
man. I want another shot at you, because you damn near killed my career, man.
You want another shot? You got it. I'll see you later.
What are you talking about here, Shane?
Listen here, Gene. The name's not Shane. The name's not Vincent. The name definitely isn't Curly Bill. The name is Mike Jones. I can stand on my own 2 feet, and I want another shot at this man. You know? And if he's a man, and say he is, and so bad he say he is, he'll give me the shot, man.
He's going to give you the shot. Don't worry about that, Mike Jones. Right now, Mike and Bobby, back to you, gentlemen.
Well, Mean Gene was talking about Super Brawl 2000.
Yeah.
That brutal skins match involving Big Al, the former bodyguard of Tank Abbott. I've never seen anything so brutal, and you can check it out on the encore presentation of Super Brawl. It's available tomorrow, Thursday, on Viewer's Choice, the Hot Choice Network, as well as Direct Ticket and Action Pay-Per-View. That was quite a battle at Super Brawl. And it was this past Monday on Nitro, the Maestro involved in a matchup with Buff Bagwell. The Maestro was upset at Buff's attention to Symphony, and then he was distracted by the cat. We know about the wager involving the cat and the Maestro, and it was that distraction on the part of the cat that allowed Buff to hit the Buff Blockbuster and knock off the Maestro. And there you see the 3 count from the referee as Buff Bagwell got the win 48 hours ago.
I'm simply delicious.
You're right. Also at Super Brawl, those surprises. Sting's return. Roddy Piper back, and how about James Brown, the Godfather of Soul?
The hardest working man in show business. Next to me.
Well, here's another individual who is absolutely out of his mind at the attention being paid to his girl, Daphne. Well, there you see the People Eater by Buff Bagwell.
What color is that hair? I have to ask.
Well, it's purple, of course.
And her tank top says?
People Eater.
You're not trying to tell me she played for the Minnesota Vikings.
No, I don't believe she ever wore the purple of the Minnesota Vikings in the National Football League.
Well, he's got a Bud Grant haircut.
I wonder if David Flair is going to be able to maintain his focus as Buff Bagwell drops down to a knee in laughter. David's so upset at the attention that Buff was paying to Daphne.
Look at his eyes.
David Flair, scoop, and a slam. And you should never turn your back on anyone in World Championship Wrestling, let alone someone the caliber of a Buff Bagwell. Making eye contact now with Daphne, seeing how impressed she is with that show of strength, and he walked right into a pair of right hands from Buff.
You better worry about Buff and quit playing wifey poo out here. Lovey poo.
Running clothesline by Bagwell. And down goes David Flair. Remember, yet to come tonight, WCW World's Heavyweight Champion, the man who rules the world as the title holder, Sid Vicious, to face the total package. Ric Flair to meet Vampiro as well. And Buff out of the pose down, drives a right hand to the top of David Flair's head.
Well, he's Buff with the stuff. Women go nuts over this man. Walking through airports, I've watched him about 10 feet ahead of me. Their jaws just drop. They just melt.
Didn't seem as if Daphne was too thrilled with him when he posed right in front of her.
Well, Daphne's nuts. She would know a good man if she saw one.
It's an awfully good point.
Let's see what he's got.
Bagwell says, let's see what he's got. Don't think that David Flair's going to be entering any bodybuilding competition, but you know that's a move that we've seen from the Nature Boy, his father, on many occasions. And here comes the Maestro along with Symphony. So now we have both David Flair and the Maestro, 2 men upset at the attention that Buff Bagwell was paying their women. And all of a sudden, look at Daphne with the crowbar, the golden crowbar in hand.
She'll use it.
Certainly not afraid to use it. To the ropes. You see the collision involving Daphne and the Maestro, the inverted DDT by Buff Bagwell, and the 3 count. Wait a minute, now the Maestro hits the ring. Didn't he have enough of Buff Bagwell on Monday? I guess not. Now putting the boots to the back of Buff.
I like this Maestro. He shows me a lot of intensity. This man wants to be a huge star here at WCW. And Mike, he's on his way.
And I don't think it's any coincidence that we've seen that intensity level turned up since he lost that bet, since he lost the wager to the Cat, and he has to listen to the music provided by the Cat, and it's an excellent comeback by Buff Bagwell, punctuated with a clothesline that sent the Maestro up and over to the top, and all the way out to the floor. And coming up next here on Thunder, the man with the devastating punching power, Tank Abbott, next on TBS. This man, Vampiro, had the guts to answer the challenge of the Nature Boy Ric Flair, and tonight it's the biggest match of Vampiro's life.
Opportunity of a lifetime. If this man could score a victory over the 14-time heavyweight champion Ric Flair, his name will be on everyone's lips all across this world.
Sheer brutality is the only way that you can describe the skins match win for this man, the Tank. Tank Abbott, Sunday at Super Brawl, and tonight here on Thunder, he attempts to keep that winning streak alive against a man, well, who he's already beaten here in World Championship Wrestling. He's the former Vincent, the former Curly Bill, and most recently Shane. He says, now I want to be known by my real name, Mike Jones.
Boy, does that sound like an alias. Who's his brother, Tom Smith?
And you can see from the look on the face of Mike Jones that he is all business going into this matchup against Tank Abbott. I'm just not sure if he's going to have enough to stay with someone with that punching power, the devastating right hand that we've seen so far from the Tank. And the Tank, the man who was so successful in the Ultimate Fight Championships and so notorious as well, is taken out to the floor. And how about this? There's some fight in Mike Jones off the opening bell.
Look at the strength of that. How deceiving. You know, he's not like 6'8" or so, but this man, I guess, benches over 500-600 pounds. He's that powerful.
625 pounds to be exact.
Wow.
Just tying up Mike Jones now in the front face lock. Look at him fighting out. Mike Jones trying with punches, but no effect, no impact on Tank as him set up in the corner. Referee Nick Patrick putting in the count in the corner. Oh, sucker punch. How about that from Mike Jones, connected?
Stay on him, Mikey. Mikey doesn't like anyone.
Take down to a knee, but well, Mike Jones celebrated and turned around and received that well-documented right from Tank, and Tank's not even going to wait for the referee's decision. And referee Patrick calls for the bell. It's inevitable. Tank's win streak is alive. Just another in the string of impressive wins for Tank. And he's on his way.
14 times. You just gotta think he wanted to wrestle me. Come on, move it up. Come on,
it can mean only one thing. Ric Flair and Vampiro is next.
You called, boss?
Bruce, thank God you're here. Sit down. We need to hold the Batman. We need our Cape Crusader in this, our city's hour of need.
Guitar hit?
Bingo.
What's his name-o? B-I-N-G-O, I-N-G-O, B-I-N-G-O, and bingo. What's his name-o? Is that a yes, Bruce?
Rain, I think our commissioner has gone Gotham City Gaga.
I think him and Daphne are a couple made in heaven.
Here comes Vampiro out for the biggest match of his entire wrestling career. He accepted the challenge. He stepped up to the plate earlier tonight to face the Nature Boy Ric Flair, and what a golden opportunity this is for this man to prove that he belongs with the elite of the WCW roster.
Well, this is his opportunity. Let's see what he's got. Let's see what it's all about. Came in with a great reputation, but he's in the ring with the master.
Tonight, it's his chance to prove himself against the Nature Boy Ric Flair. And we spoke earlier, Brain, about important on sales for this Friday. Houston, Texas, World Championship Wrestling is bringing Thunder to the Astro Arena on March the 28th. And you can meet the world's heavyweight champion, Sid Vicious, this Friday at Foley's Ticketmaster outlet at the Memorial City Mall. Also, WCW coming to Baltimore, Maryland on March the 30th. Tickets on sale this Friday. And you can meet David Flair and Miss Hancock at the box office, as well as WCW coming to Pittsburgh. Meet Hacksaw Jim Duggan and Mark Madden at the National Record Mart. All of those on sales this Friday at 10 a.m. And it was this Monday on Nitro, a last man standing cage match when Ric Flair interfered in the match between Hulk Hogan and the Total Package, and he used Hulk's own belt to whip him. Team Package has never been stronger, Brian.
Never been stronger is right.
Hulk Hogan on the receiving end of an unmerciful beating by the Nature Boy Ric Flair, and now Flair has to direct all of his attention to Vampiro. First ever meeting, obviously, between these two. And let's see if Vampiro can prove that he belongs in World Championship Wrestling.
Mike, how many butterflies do you think are in the stomach of Vampiro right now?
Probably more than you and I could ever count.
Ditto, you got that one right. Of course, there's a lot of people that have been in the ring with Ric Flair that's had those butterflies. He just makes you nervous.
Both men very tentative in the early going. The feeling out process, exactly what you would expect in a first ever meeting.
Well, Flair's not going to make any mistakes. He's no dummy. He's proven that.
Sends Vampiro off into the ropes. And Vampiro takes the advantage here with the shoulder block. The leap over. Quick roll up. Immediately going to work on the ankle of Ric Flair. Submission move by Vampiro. Scissoring the leg. Applying pressure to the ankle of Flair. And look at Flair getting right in the face of referee Billy Silverman, who fights back.
But what a great move that was by Vampiro. You know why? He's going for Flair's legs. He hurts Flair's legs. Flair can't use that figure four. That is a very smart move on this young man's part.
Very sound strategy here in the opening moments of this matchup.
And you got to have strategy when you're in there with Flair.
Flair draws him into the web, now sends him across. Stop. Vampiro, flip over, quickly to his feet and connects with the running clothesline. And another.
And this has been all Vampiro.
And the fans in Reno, Nevada, showing their support for Vampiro, who comes out of the corner, does Flair, and Vampiro's ready with a back body drop.
Flair is getting frustrated. And when he gets frustrated, he becomes unglued. I can see in his eyes right now, he's thinking, who is this punk? Who is this punk trying to show me up? Did I make a mistake? Am I too lenient with him? I've got to do something. I just know what's going through Flair's mind.
Flair out to the floor to slow down the pace, but look at Vampiro immediately follow up the advantage that he has. Gonna bring Flair in with the vertical suplex.
Well, this is the biggest match of this man's life. He's in there with the best.
Oh, how about that?
I haven't
Flair
heard.
on the receiving end of a pair of knife-edge chops, and there's the dirtiest player in the game. Oh. Oh.
Listen to that.
Just measuring him and connects with a right hand to the jaw. You have to admit that Vampiro had Flair certainly on the defensive. Springing off the ropes. Hit the spin kick.
He's showing me something, Mike.
He's showing the world something. Vampiro headed to the top. Oh, went for the leg drop, and Flair was able to avoid the contact by rolling away.
Like I always say, when you think you got Flair, that's usually when he's got you.
Clipped Vampiro from behind.
Take your time, Rick. Take your time. Think 3 or 4 moves ahead. You know what you're going to do. You're the master.
And now Flair's strategy becomes obvious. Working on the leg, working on the knee of Vampiro, with one thing in mind, softening him up for the figure 4 leg lock. To the corner. Another knife edge chop. Oh! Viciously attacking the knee of Vampiro. Flair follows up with a boot to the midsection. Flair awfully deliberate in this match. I think he's not exactly sure what to expect from Vampiro in this first ever meeting, and as a result, he doesn't want to go in too quickly.
Well, you're right about that, because remember, Mike, first couple minutes of this match was all Vampiro's, and Flair learned something, that this man's come to fight, and he means business. And Flair, the veteran.
No question that the momentum is turned. Attempting the figure 4, reversed by Vampiro, gets 2 off the small package. Almost had him with the inside cradle. Vampiro to his feet. Uh-oh. The other half of team package. The total package, baseball bat in hand, and Miss Elizabeth make their way out. Flair with the chop. Vampiro with the enziguri kick delivered to the back of the head, and down goes Flair.
Flair's in a little bit of trouble here, Mike.
And that's probably why the total package and Elizabeth came out. Front kick by Vampiro was on target, and down goes Flair.
Well, what a compliment for Vampiro.
Vampiro going to go high risk to the top, and he was cut off by the package, who used the baseball bat.
Mike, I just saw Elizabeth up on the apron, and she had Hogan's belt in her hand.
Distracting the referee, Billy Silverman, and that's going to allow Flair to drag Vampiro back out and apply the figure 4 leg lock. Referee Silverman checking. Vampiro is trying to fight it off, but he can't. He's got to submit. What a tainted victory this is. In my mind, Vampiro proved that he belonged in the ring with Flair, and now Flair brings in the troops, calling in the total package to put the boots to Vampiro.
Well, you know something, Mike? If he didn't belong in that ring, you wouldn't see Luger out here with Elizabeth. They were worried about this man. This man has become a major star tonight here at WCW.
And now Flair, I believe, sending a message to Hulk Hogan, using the Hulkster's weightlifting belt to just strap Vampiro while the package puts the boots to him.
You're watching this, Hogan? Are you someplace watching this? Flair thinks that's you laying on that mat, and you should be.
Team package celebrates, but Vampiro proved that he belonged, and Brain, let's take another look.
Goes up on top. There's Luger with that 4-sucker. He just hit the big one out right in the back of the leg with that ball bat. Flair goes for that figure 4. Not much Vampiro can do right now, but hope his legs aren't broken. He took a heck of a shot. Elizabeth and Luger came out because they were concerned that this man was having his way with the Nature Boy. Yes! There's your winner.
Celebration time for Team Package, but still to come. We will see the total package and Elizabeth again when they go into the ring against the WCW World's Heavyweight Champion, Sid Vicious. And now, here's the turncoat, the man that turned his back on Terry Funk. Dustin Rhodes is next. And I now understand that Vampiro is going to gain a reverse decision victory over the Nature Boy Ric Flair because of the attack. Oh. Look at this. First it was the total package attacking him, and now it's Fit Finlay. Boy, these two really tore into each other this Monday on Nitro.
I'm gonna beat it into you.
Watching your back, we need to go out here and get this thing done. You know what I'm saying, man?
Business is business. My head's in the match. Make sure you're there for me.
You just watch my back, man.
I was a betting man. Those two guys, those two bald-headed boys, and us, I bet on us. Because tonight, their rampage is coming to an end, and they're gonna bite the dust.
It was Monday on Nitro when the Harris brothers faced Terry Funk and Dustin Rhodes in a tag team match. The turncoat, Dustin Rhodes, turned on his own tag team partner as he DDT'd the hardcore legend Terry Funk. And Brain, what a strange situation that was.
to know. Everyone should know some respect. And if you have to kick a man's tail to get respect, then you have to do it.
This is a man on a mission. This is a man without a conscience. This is Dustin Rhodes. After that attack Monday on Nitro, I can't wait for him to explain his actions.
Hey, before you find him guilty today, let's listen to what he has to say. You know, Terry Funk is no angel either. Chicken farmer.
Shut your stinking mouth before I come out there and shove my fist down your throat, punk. Now shut up! The big question being asked me all day today is why did I beat the living hell out of Terry Funk? If he admires me so much, why did I shove that stake through his heart, through the hardcore legend's heart? But what you should really be asking yourself is why didn't I get in that ambulance, put that thing in reverse, and drive over his ass?
This new attitude stinks.
No, you suck.
I like it.
And Terry Funk, you suck.
And I'll tell you why when he's done. And you'll agree with me.
This is my time. I've waited forever for this. You understand that, you idiots? I was born and bred into this business. I have done everything for this business. And for what? A broken home? A closet full of gold costumes? No. You are nothing but an old bag of bones, Terry Funk, and I am not done with you yet. I am far from being done with you yet. And if you people don't like it, if you don't like it, if you don't like it, then you can all piss off, because I don't give a rat's ass anymore. Not about you, not about Terry Funk, not about any damn body.
Oh, you've proven that.
This is what he's needed his whole career.
Cameraman, zoom in here real close. You see these scars on my head? You see them? I got scars on my hands, my knees, my back. Yet they call you, Terry Funk, a hardcore legend. You make me sick to my stomach. That doesn't cut the mustard with me. I remember many, many nights. Many, many nights. And Terry Funk put my old man in the hospital, but he got up. And he's not here right now, but you know what? I am Terry Funk, and you gotta deal with me. And that's the worst damn place you could be right now. You do not want to be standing right here in front of me, because I will kill you. I've heard these boos for a lifetime, for 12 years in this business. Do you think I give a damn what you're doing right now? I don't. Terry Funk, when I am done with you, you can believe your old ass I'm gonna light me up the biggest, fattest cigar I can find. I'm gonna enjoy it for a couple of minutes, and when I'm finished, I'm gonna snuff it out on your old ass.
Wow. Here's Terry Funk.
I've had a lot of tougher men than you try to put me out of professional wrestling. What do you think you want to do? Open up a new chapter in a Rhodes Funk episode? Well, that'll be great. Because I'll tell you one thing, I'll put my foot so far up your butt, you'll have to have an appendectomy to get the damn thing out. You and your old man. I said that were a better man than he was. Well, I want to change that whole phrase. Neither one of you are men. Both of you are nothing but a big pile of horse crap.
Oh, and Dustin Rhodes takes off for the back. Wait a minute. What's he doing? What the hell are you doing?
He's lost it.
That's part of the WCW crew.
He doesn't care. Funk has gotten under his skin. But I'll tell you something. Another one.
Oh, he's nuts.
I'll tell you, this is what Dustin Rhodes has needed all his life. He's got to feel that fire down deep inside that burned inside of his father. That Funk and Rhodes legacy goes on and on and on, and he's not going to stop it right now. He's going to continue this. This is what he's needed all along.
This new attitude has gone too damn far.
Hasn't gone far enough, Mike. Not far enough.
And tonight on Thunder, still to come, World's Champion Sid Vicious to face the total package with Elizabeth. And coming up next, this man, Crowbar, to challenge for the WCW World's Cruiserweight title.
Let's get nuts.
It's Crowbar versus the Artist. It's next here on Thunder.
Let's get nuts.
Hi, Mick. You said you wanted to ask me something?
Yeah, Terry. I know that the WCW board has suspended Mark Johnson. I want to ask you a favor. I've got some personal issues with this guy. Is there any way that suspension can be lifted just for one night?
Is there anything in it for the committee?
Whatever you want.
But if you take him out, you kick his ass.
Thank you, Terry.
Right, go get him.
Well, it's Cruiserweight title time. The man who, this past Sunday at Super Brawl, captured the WCW World's Cruiserweight Championship in the finals of the tournament. The Artist formerly known as Prince Iaukea, and Bobby the Brain Heenan, there's no question that he has resurrected his career. He's reinvented himself, and he's taken himself all the way to the top of the Cruiserweight ranks. And here is the Artist and Paisley.
Well, Mike, like I said to you last week and the week before, he was my pick. I felt all along that this man would become the champion.
You picked Lash LaRue.
Not me, that wasn't me. That was Tony Schiavone.
No, it was on this broadcast last week. You picked Lash LaRue.
Mike, you're getting punchy.
Yeah, boy, you'll jump on a bandwagon in a hurry.
Well, you will admit this. When he was the Prince, Iaukea, his career wasn't going anyplace like it is now. He didn't know. I think he had a title one time.
Correct. He was World's Television Champion
Ladies,
back in '97.
Prepare to blast off into ecstasy. Introducing the champion, the Artist formerly known as Prince Iaukea.
Well, that's one thing that we can agree on. His career has really turned around. The Artist formerly known as Prince Iaukea. What an egomaniac this guy is.
Well, he needed this. He needed to bring that ego up. There's nothing wrong with being an egomaniac. Everyone has some kind of an egomaniac. You know that. But this is what this man needed.
And how about the way that Paisley just blindly follows him? She doesn't even have a mind of her own.
Well, she's in love. She's smitten.
The scream means that Crowbar is headed to the ring.
Mr. Barr.
And he's Mr. Barr. He's got the lead pipe in his hand, and he's got a chance to go after the Cruiserweight Championship.
Now, this guy's goofy as a bedbug.
Here you see referee Charles Robinson presenting the championship belt. You know, maybe it is that craziness on the part of Crowbar that will allow him to break through and win the Cruiserweight title here from the Artist. Oh, open hand slap. Looked like he liked it.
I think we're going to need a triple XL straitjacket for him.
And don't forget about Daphne and David Flair as well.
And the commissioner, Kevin Nash.
Seems to be a pattern developing around here.
Everyone's going nuts.
The telegraph of the back body drop by Crowbar is the opening that the Artist needs. Whoa! Sends him right up and over the top, and Gonna try and skin the cat. And brought the Prince, while the artist formerly known as the Prince, down to the arena floor with the flying head scissors takeover.
That's not the cat, that's the Prince.
Oh, I said he skinned the cat. Forget it.
Never mind.
That drop kick was on target.
Watch this.
Not afraid to put his own body at risk to deliver an offensive move. He goes running off the ring apron and splash the Cruiserweight champ on the floor. Just fighting through the pain of that splash on his own ribs. Crowbar immediately gets to his feet. Takes a weakened artist, rolls him back into the ring. Obviously realizing that he's going to have to get him back into the ring to beat him for the title. And he's got the lead pipe.
I hear you knocking.
Referee Robinson cuts him off. Left his back exposed, and the artist connects with a punch to the back. Each series of right hands to the side of the head. Goes for the leg whip. Working on the knee of Crowbar.
I think Crowbar's enjoying this. He likes a beating.
Paisley at ringside cheering her man on. Attempt at that DDT off the middle. Reversed into a Northern Light suplex. Gets two and only two. Oh,
close.
So close to a new champion. Crowbar connects, jumping back elbow. Gonna send the champ into the ropes again. Back body drop. Crowbar looking great in this title match.
The crazy man's going upstairs.
And the artist cuts him off. Exchange of punches. That's a precarious position that they're at. Look at the artist. Both men off the top. And Crowbar drove him face first. It's Daffney.
This can't be good for the Prince.
Almost as if the artist is enthralled with that. Well, of course, it's the purple wig that has the purple wig has his attention. I guess that's only natural. Oh. And Paisley just tears the purple wig right off of her hair, and just tossed her across the ring.
Here we go. Nothing better than watching two women go at it.
Look at this. Daffney just tosses Paisley down to the mat.
Somebody hand her a crowbar.
Crowbar walked right into the side kick.
Big
the
time.
Standing side kick from the artist. Just drove him down. Covers 2 and 3. And the artist retains the world's cruiserweight title.
Mike, we're a traveling nut house.
It's an asylum on wheels is what it is.
You aren't kidding, and I love it. The crazier it gets, the better I like it.
The artist formerly known as Prince Iaukea retains the WCW World's Cruiserweight title. Next on Thunder, this man is on a roll, on quite a winning streak. He's the Wall, and he faces Disco Inferno.
Okay, guys, same deal as Monday night. He thinks he's gonna wrestle me, but we'll see what he says when I offer a match against you guys for the tag team titles.
Still to come tonight, Sid Vicious to face the total package. Speaking of that, let's go to Mean Gene with the world's champion.
We are back on Thunder with a man who has had one of the most competitive and exhaustive weeks, I would imagine, of his career. WCW World Heavyweight Champion Sid Vicious. Tonight, it's going to be you and the total package, Lex Luger, one-on-one.
See, Gene, I don't know how he did it, but you did it, Lex. You slipped yourself into a match with the world champion. Listen to me. You will be judged like all others before you. And I will pronounce your sentence, and I will personally carry it out. Because you cannot attempt to be master to the master. Let's play, Lex.
Aha! See? The Joker. He's escaped and now he's infiltrated the airways. We're never going to get rid of him.
Kevin, that's Sid.
Sid who? Who the hell's Kevin? Get off of me.
Well, since Batman seems to be pulling a no-show, maybe we could call Metropolis and see if Superman's available.
Superman's a comic book hero. Everybody knows that. You get away from me, too.
Gets stranger by the minute, doesn't it, Brain?
Yes, it does. Yes, it does,
Just
Mike.
the way you like it.
Just the way I like it.
Quick reminder, this Monday, World Championship Wrestling brings Nitro to Minneapolis, Minnesota and the Target Center. And then next Tuesday, it's Thunder at the Fargo Dome in Fargo, North Dakota. Don't forget upcoming Uncensored 2000, World Championship Wrestling's March pay-per-view, March the 19th. The American Airlines Arena, Miami, Florida will be the site. Sid Vicious to defend the World Heavyweight title at Uncensored 2000 against Jeff Jarrett, and here comes the Wall. It was at Super Brawl this past Sunday when the Wall began his daily double. First, the chokeslam win over the Demon. Then 24 hours later, Monday Nitro against the Beast from the East, Bam Bam Bigelow, and he did it again. The Vicious chokeslam. What a parlay for the Wall. The Wall is on quite a winning streak, Brain. And you see the Disco Inferno and the Mama Lukes. Disco looking awfully confident with the backup of the Mama Lukes. And look at that, that's Lane and Idol. And the Mama Lukes are battling backstage. Lane and Idol are the World Tag Team Champions.
Look at this, Mike. Look how cocky he is. He still thinks that the Marmadukes are behind him.
The what?
The Marmadukes.
No, the Mama Lukes.
Close enough.
Yeah, you're right, Bray. Disco has yet to realize.
He just opened the ropes for Casper.
I think it really just set in at this point. He's looking for Big Vito and Johnny the Bull.
Hey, Disco, you're a la carte.
Manager of champions, you're on your own, pal.
Here, hold on a second, hold on a minute, hold on, Wall. Now I'm the manager of champions, I'm big money, but what I am not is a wrestler. Now I had a big match for you tonight. I had a tag team title match for you against the Paisans. But since I don't know where the hell they went, and since they're not here right now, well hell, looks like the both of us have the night off.
This guy backtracks like you do, Brain.
Hey, well, put me in the same category with him.
And the Wall just took Disco down with a big boot to the face. What do you mean he's not a wrestler anymore? Self-proclaimed manager of champions.
Oh.
This Wall has been absolutely devastating. How about those back-to-back wins over the Demon and then Bam Bam Bigelow?
Who is no slouch, Mike, you know that.
Another exhibit of the tremendous strength and power, lifting Disco high above his head. And, Disco able at the last second to get out of the way of that oncoming freight train, and now he clipped the Wall. Gonna try and take the bigger man down to the mat. I guess that's a smart move on his part. Gets barely a 1 count before the Wall tosses him off.
Disco's got to keep him down. He got up to his feet. I don't know if you'll ever get him down again.
Disco laying in those right hands, expecting that the Mama Lukes would be out here to cover for him, I'm sure.
Choke him with the tie if you have to.
Big right hand from the Wall, and down goes Disco. Disco able to duck the clothesline. Catches him with a boot to the mat. Look at that spinning neck breaker. Maybe we counted him out too quick. Oh, this is dumb. Drops down with the elbow. Gets one, gets two.
You're not going to beat him by dropping an elbow on him. You're going to have to beat that man down.
Now the reversal. Got him choked. Gonna take him up. Drives him down to the mat. Gets one, gets two, and the chokeslam gets him another win.
The night the music died.
The Disco Demolition. And the Wall did the demo work.
The big Wall.
Another win for the Wall. And coming up next, Revenge is on their minds. Tag partners for the first time. Booker and Kidman against the Harris Brothers.
Thunder, I'm joined right now by the lovely Elizabeth and the Total Package. And Package, I must say, you have been breaking some records and some arms. Everybody from Hulk Hogan right on down to the head of security, Doug Dillinger. Tonight, you're going to be facing the best of the best, WCW heavyweight champion, Sid Vicious.
And tonight, Gene, everyone gets to see why the Total Package and Elizabeth are going to be the next world heavyweight champions. Because I am Sid Vicious, the greatest physical specimen in this sport today. 6'4", 270 pounds, 4% body fat, day in and day out, year round. And Sid, now that I'm with the dirtiest player in the game, Ric Flair, I'll do whatever it takes to garnish that victory, and I will relish it. I'm taking you out tonight.
All right, Lex Luger, the Total Package, I beg your pardon, to beat Sid Vicious right here on Thunder. Mike and Bobby, gentlemen, back to you guys.
Well, that's an awfully confident Total Package. Obviously, he feels that if he can win tonight's non-title matchup against the world's heavyweight champ Sid Vicious, that he would be #1 in line to get a title shot.
That's exactly what he meant, and that's exactly what will happen.
Here is Billy Kidman, accompanied by Torrie Wilson. And this past Monday, Jeff Jarrett turned the troops loose. The Harris Brothers began their rampage in a matchup with Lash LaRue and Kidman. Here you see them abusing Lash LaRue, and then they turned their attention to Kidman, and there's the H-bomb. So for the very first time, Billy Kidman will be joining forces with Booker. They will be a team to meet the Harris Brothers here on Thunder, but there's no discounting the experience edge that the Harrises have.
Well, Kidman's kind of a goody two-shoes, you know. He'll sign autographs, he'll kiss babies. Harris boys won't do any of that. They're here to fight.
He lost his name. He lost his identity. He has absolutely no ring entrance music. He has no association with Harlem Heat at all. And this last Monday on Nitro, it was more of the same from the Harris Brothers. They turned their attention to Booker, and they H-bombed him as well. Tonight, it's an opportunity for revenge. Booker and Billy Kidman get their shot at the Harris Brothers.
Well, they have a secret weapon if they want to use it, and it's called Torrie Wilson.
Jeff Jarrett promised us that he was going to turn up the heat, and he certainly did that Monday night. The Harris Brothers focused their attention on World Championship Wrestling, and they were taking out athletes left and right. Let's see if Billy Kidman and Booker can gain a measure of revenge.
They both may be going to the hospital courtesy of the H-bomb, the Harris Brothers.
You can add that to the list of devastating finishing moves. The H-bomb of the Harris Brothers stopped Kidman, it stopped Booker. Of course, they interfered in other matches Monday night. Now let's see how they do in a situation where they have to face Kidman and Booker face-to-face, head-on. But again, think of the experience factor. Harris Brothers, a team since, well, birth.
Right.
Against Billy Kidman and Booker. And Billy Kidman accompanied, as you see, by Torrie Wilson at ringside, teaming for the very first time here on Thunder.
And that's unusual for Booker. He's wrestled so many matches, so many years with his brother. To see a strange face across that ring in your corner, it can't work against you.
Now, Kidman has it going here early on in this matchup. Oh, but he's cut off and sent out to the arena floor.
Well, he landed hard.
Oh, chest first into the safety rail. Look out right here in front of us.
Get him out of here.
Now they slide him back into the ring.
You okay?
We're going to try and regroup, Brain.
Oh!
Vicious spinning side slam and getting right in the face of Booker.
He's worried.
Kidman now taken up to his shoulder. Size and power advantage of the Harris brothers comes into play.
And they're in great shape, the Harris brothers.
Kidman sent in with authority into the corner. Back first into the turnbuckles.
If he ever gets back to the corner and make that tag, you're going to have a fresh Booker in there.
Oh, look at that strength. It is imperative at this point for Kidman to make his way to the corner. I'm not sure that Booker's helping him out any. Referee Nick Patrick sends Booker back to his own corner while the Harris brothers double team on Kidman with the double back elbow.
That's what I was saying about Booker having him as a partner. He's so used to his brother. They just feel each other. They know what they're doing in that ring together. But like you said, Mike, they've been together since birth. This isn't good for Booker.
And this is a well-oiled machine, the Harris brothers, as Booker motions to the crowd. Little offense there by Kidman, extending the hand, trying to reach out. Tag is good, according to referee Patrick. And here comes Booker. Explosion, series of rights. Backdrop suplex.
Like I said, a fresh Booker's in there now.
Boot to the midsection by Booker. Time for the axe kick. And that one was on target. It's a fresh and it's a fired up Booker to the ropes.
He's in charge.
Drives him down to the mat. Hooks the leg. Shoulders are down and gets a 2 count before the interference.
See, they're brothers. They had that instinct. He knew his brother was in trouble. He wasn't even looking that way. He just felt it. And he was right there to save him.
Oh, now from behind, the Harris brothers regaining the momentum. Kidman, Torrey out on the floor. Meanwhile, in the ring, the Russian leg sweep. The cover by Booker. There's the save again. The Harris brothers are there to watch each other's backs.
They just know every move that they're going to make.
Kidman in trouble out on the arena floor.
H-bomb!
There it is! The double team H-bomb by the Harris brothers on Booker. Gets 2, gets 3, and they get another victory.
A very impressive victory.
Take note, tag teams in WCW. The Harris brothers have been turned loose by Jeff Jarrett. And yes, it is Sid Vicious making his way into the arena. Sid's on his way. And that means that our main event is next on Thunder.
Here we go.
This is what we've been waiting for. The anticipation has grown all evening here on Thunder. And it's been absolutely amazing to me how effective the team package has been. Yes, the total package with Elizabeth, and you see that the total package has the baseball bat with him, but Brain, I'm still amazed at how well that this man has been able to coexist with the Nature Boy Ric Flair.
Well, I thought so too at the beginning, but the more and more I look at it, it's a natural. Both former heavyweight champions of the world. Both have huge egos. Both are great competitors. And they got the lovely Elizabeth. I'm telling you, Flair and the total package, this should have happened a long time ago.
And they have been so driven. They've been so relentless. And I think it's because of the common hatred that they have for one man, Hulk Hogan.
Wow. What a body. And doesn't Luger look great, too? He's got muscles on muscle.
And you're right. Elizabeth and the total package make quite a team. And when you factor in the Nature Boy Ric Flair, they have been incredible.
Hi. Everyday Big Ron. Let's see what the Big Goof's got tonight. I don't think he's got much left. Not much, no.
Well, Jeff Jarrett doesn't think that this man has much left. But Big Sid Vicious has proven everyone wrong. Because against all odds, the man who claims that he rules the world has done just that. He rules the world because he wears the gold, emblematic of the WCW World's Heavyweight Championship. There's the champion of the world, Big Sid.
And look what he's gone through. They put him in cage matches. 2 against 1, 3 against 1. every kind of obstacle in front of this man. And he's still walking down that aisle, recognized as the WCW champion. And what he does, he gets himself ready like he has to. I'm telling you, this man is an accident waiting to happen. But if Luger plays his cards right, I know what he's thinking and Elizabeth is thinking. They're going to break both the arms of the heavyweight champion of the world. And Luger will love that, because that way the man couldn't defend the title. #1 contender would be Luger. There's your man.
Yes, everyone from Sting to Hulk Hogan has felt the attack of the total package, totally disarming his opponents, breaking their arms, and the total package is on the attack here in the early going, but Sid takes him up and drives him down to the mat. Great leg drop by the world's champ.
You know something? It takes so much to win a world's title. It takes so much out of you. But what is really the hardest part is holding on to that title. It's holding on to it. And that's what Sid has to do now. What they put in front of this man for him to get the title is unbelievable. Now let's see if he can hold on to it.
Every obstacle that has been placed in front of Sid Vicious, he's been able to take care of. The clothesline sends the package down. Package mentioned earlier, he felt that a victory tonight against Sid would move him into the #1 contender spot.
Has to.
This is a non-title match. The next scheduled title defense for Sid is at Uncensored 2000, March the 19th, against Jeff Jarrett.
What will a man like Sid do at Uncensored? Think of that.
Turned loose?
Turned loose.
Total package in a conference with Elizabeth. Turns around and Big Sid connects with a right hand.
That's the new chant people are chanting. You hear it? Get vicious. Get vicious.
Momentary delay, however, in getting back into the ring. Opens things up, and the total package takes advantage and turns this matchup around.
Well, he's picked up some big men, the total package. He's had his way with all his opponents, and I wouldn't be surprised if he does strap Sid across his shoulders in that torture rack. It could happen, Mike.
Total package showing his strength now to Sid Vicious.
Hear what he was yelling to Sid, who rules now?
Sid down on his knees, but trying to dig down deep. Fans showing their support of the champ. Big Sid is up. Looks like he's turning things around on the package, and look at him drive those big right hands to the top of the head. Inverted atomic drop. Running clothesline, down goes the package. Full extension of the leg, connects with the big boot. Motioning to the crowd, could it be time for the choke slam?
Elizabeth is beside herself. I can see her from here. She keeps wiping her head.
He's got him throttled. Another boot.
Here we go.
Wait a minute. Ric Flair to the ring. Just as he was going to powerbomb the package, he just shrugged Flair off. Now turning his attention to the Nature Boy. Knife edge chop. Repeated punch to the midsection. No effect on Sid.
Hello.
Flair, look at that. He caught Flair with the big boot. Running clothesline for the package. And again, against all the odds, Sid showing why he's the champ.
But when you talk about all the odds,
choke slam.
He is single-handedly beating up the total package and Ric Flair at the same time. Talk about the odds. Ball back, ball back.
Elizabeth, the baseball bat to the package.
And Sid's got his back to Luger.
Sid gonna choke slam Flair.
No, he's gonna powerbomb Flair.
He changed his mind in mid-move. Oh, the baseball bat to the back of the leg. And the referee says that's enough.
I think he also got Flair's hand.
The disqualification because of the use of the baseball bat. And now the package turns his focus on the world's champion.
Now they're gonna break his arm. They're gonna break something on this man right now.
This is Team Package. Ric Flair.
He's
the
up.
Total package Lex Luger. Don't forget the role that Elizabeth played as well.
She's more dangerous than ever, Mike.
Now just brutalizing. Just relentless in their attack. Just merciless on Sid Vicious.
He's got no help. He can't even get to his feet.
Oh, down goes, look at that! Flair just hit Charles Robinson.
Well, that's going to cost them some money.
Damn, Flair and Luger, they're having some fun out there tonight, ain't they?
That should be us, man. Let's get some of that.
You're damn right. Let's go.
Man, let's go.
Let's get out of here.
Well, Jeff Jarrett and the Harris brothers were in the back, but Sid still being pummeled. Wait a minute. I think something else is going on in the back.
You want good for you? Get the hell out of the way.
You damn right. You want your slap-asses. Hey, slap-asses, you better move on.
The executive committee doesn't want you anywhere near ringside tonight.
Oh, is that right? Well, I got a little message I want you to take to the executive committee.
Oh!
Oh my God!
My goodness.